Military parades have been around for thousands of years, but what they mean has changed a lot over that history. Let's take a look at the history of military parades, as well as the roles they most often play in modern societies. In ancient Rome, victorious generals were given a public triumph, a parade with soldiers that showcased spoils of war, including conquered prisoners. Ancient Egyptian rulers staged similar displays to reinforce their divine authority, and in ancient Greece, these parades were also centered on religion. And in ancient China, Yu the Great hosted a military parade to unite tribal forces from north and south. In Europe during the Middle Ages, knights returning from the Crusades paraded through towns to signal both military success and religious righteousness. In medieval Russia, military displays involved troops marching with banners, demonstrations of weaponry, or displays of military formations, often during religious processions or as part of state ceremonies. By the 1700s and 1800s, parades became common in monarchies and empires, used to showcase national strength and military discipline. Napoleon Bonaparte, for example, held many parades to reinforce his image and demonstrate his power. Similarly, British redcoats held military parades to honor the king and visually display their might and power. In the 1900s, military parades became massive propaganda tools for authoritarian and totalitarian governments, especially with the ability to broadcast them over radio, television and through newsprint images. Dictators of the 20th century regularly used strictly choreographed military parades to project control, at home and abroad. The US has held military parades, but almost always after major wars, to celebrate troops, not leaders. Ticker tape parades welcomed soldiers home from the First and Second World Wars, and the Grand Review of the Armies was a military parade that followed Union victory in the American Civil War. Military parades were more common in the aftermath of World War I and II, as they served as a way to celebrate victory and recognize the sacrifices of soldiers. The last major U.S. military parade was the National Victory Celebration in 1991, commemorating the end of the Gulf War. Military parades are intentionally uncommon in the U.S. The cost to organize a large-scale military parade is incredibly expensive and puts a significant strain on resources. Additionally, there has been a national desire to distance America from the goose-stepping shows of force common in dictatorships. In a representative democracy, you won't see parades glorifying one person. The military serves the people, constitution, and country, not one ruler. Military parades can reveal more than we think, about who is in charge, who they want to impress, and why. Please follow us at History Bytes Unlocked. Unlocking history, one byte at a time.